Central, only on GSN.
From Hollywood, it's everybody's game of strategy, knowledge, and fun. It's Tic Tac Dough. And now, here's our host, Sweet President.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Jay. Thank you, everybody. Now, you can either do it that way or you can do it this way. All right, here we go. Such a feeling of power. Huh? Did we get that right? Huh? Hey, let's meet our current champion. He's a doctor. Jay, who is he, please?
This is our current champion, Wink, whose winnings total in cash and prizes $4,950. He is a doctor specializing in family practice. Meet Dr. Paul Reiser. And his opponent is from Akron, Ohio, a housing inspector who also has worked as an editor. Her interests include cartooning and gambling. Meet Patty Schwalbach.
Patty Schwalbach, huh?
Yes.
Gee, how do you remember that? That's awfully hard to say. Tell me about your interest in gambling. That kind of fascinates me.
I love gambling. It makes my heart pound, my palms sweat, and I can barely sit still.
Really? Sounds like she really means it, too. I feel that way when I visit the dentist. You know what I mean? You're a housing inspector. Now, how does a lady get a job like a housing inspector?
Oh, the same way a man does. She just goes in and applies for the job.
That's enough of that line of questioning right now. What'd you say? What is it? Oh, yeah, your badge.
Oh, I'm
This
sorry.
is just in case the MC forgets who you are. So let me take that off there. I don't think we need that anymore, Patty. I'll put it right there just in case you forget your name.
Right.
Yes, all right. Hello, Doc.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
As a doctor, can you give us some health tips? I've always wanted to ask a doctor
free
when I
advice.
didn't have to pay him
That's
for
right, free advice. One of the things I really work on with patients is attitude, trying to get them to maintain a positive attitude about
What do you
they're
mean
doing.
by that? Now, a positive attitude,
Well,
that can go a lot of
I
different
find
ways.
that a lot of complaints I see are more tied to attitude and life situation than anything that's a medical problem.
For example, give me...
Well, like you might find someone who is having a neck pain or backache from having a fight with a boss, or maybe a headache from fighting with a wife last night.
Wow.
Not liking their job or not liking their wife.
Speaking of that, if we don't get on with this game, my boss is going to give me such a headache you wouldn't believe. Let's have a nice round of applause for these people. My boss can be so mean you wouldn't believe. Let's look at the subjects on the board. Here they are. We're going to be dealing with foods, baseball, world capitals, movies of the 70s, mixed words, Republicans, grab bag, one-word names, and solar system. Paul is our champion, of course. You go first. So far, you have won $4,950 in cash and merchandise. Try to add to that.
Okay, let's start with world capitals.
World capitals it is, and here's the first question. World capitals. Paul, since 1848, the city of Bern has been the capital of this small European country. Name this country.
Switzerland.
Right. Good for a box up on the board. World capitals. We put $200 in the pot. Let's move the categories around now. And Patty Schwalbach, right?
That's right.
All right, Patty, let's begin. Where would you like to start?
Well, I'll go for the center box with movies of the 70s.
Movies of the 70s, all right. It's worth $300 to the pot if you get it right. We'll give you a little extra time for your answer, Patty, because they are a little harder in that center box. In this 1974 disaster film, Paul Newman starred as the architect of a blazing skyscraper, and another superstar played the fire chief assigned to control the fire. First, I want you to name the film, and then secondly, name the superstar who played the fire chief. Think about that for a few seconds. Patty, our subject is a 1974 disaster film. Name the film.
Can I answer the second part first?
Yeah. Name the superstar who played the fire chief in that film.
Well, the fire chief was definitely Steve McQueen.
Right. Now you know what we got to do. We got to go back to the top again.
That's
Name
right.
the film that we're talking about.
I'm going to try Inferno.
We need the complete title, Wink.
Give me a complete title.
Blazing Inferno.
No. A towering inferno. Big skyscraper type building. I had to have the exact title, otherwise it wouldn't be fair to Paul. So let's move the categories around. Still $200 in the pot, and we move back to Paul for his second pick. Trying to put a second X up there, Paul.
Let's try world capitals again.
All right, pretty good luck the first time. Let's try it again. In 1967, Paul, the headquarters of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, commonly called NATO, were moved to a site near the capital city of Belgium. Name this city.
Brussels.
Right. Good for another Let's move the categories around. Quick shuffle, another $200 in the pot. Makes it $400. Patty?
I have to go with world capitals to block.
You sure do. You need this one in the worst kind of way. Good luck. For a block. Denmark's capital and oldest city is over 900 years old, Patty, and has withstood attacks from Sweden, England, and Germany. Over 1/4 of the country's population lives there or in its suburbs. Now, for a block of Paul, name it.
Oslo?
No, Copenhagen. Copenhagen. Still $400 in the pot. Let's move the categories around again and move back to Paul.
Well, I'm going to go for baseball for the win.
All right, if you answer the question correctly on baseball, you'll pick up $600 in cash added to your prior winnings. Your grand total then comes to $5,550, Paul. Here's the question. Only 2 players in the history of baseball have pitched 4 no-hit games. One of them pitched for the Dodgers, and the other currently plays for the Astros. Name either one.
Sandy Koufax.
Right, or Nolan Ryan. You have Tic Tac Dough. So congratulations, Paul. That's worth $600. Gives you a grand total of $5,550. Sandy Koufax or Nolan Ryan. So you're up to a grand sum, as I said, of $55.50, Paul. And Patty,
Fantastic.
I understand that even though you didn't do well on this show, you're going to go back home with some good tidings to a couple of aunts who are big fans of Tic Tac Dough.
And you, Wink.
All right. We have a couple of very nice prizes for you, Patty. Thank you for being with us, and better luck next time.
Thank you.
We're going to take a commercial break, and then we'll continue. We'll be right back.
Whether you're a mom or a man.
Wow, crispy and creamy together. Think we've made enough?
Oh, I think we're covered.
New fudge-filled cookies from Keebler.
So far, Paul, you've defeated 2 opponents. If you defeat 3 more for a total of 5, you win this. Tell him, Jay.
It's a brand new car! The all-new Buick Skylark, designed for comfort and convenience with front-wheel drive, providing impressive control and traction. And it's furnished by Buick. In addition, to protect your new car, it's Polyglycoat Sound Shield for the noisy underside of your car. Not an undercoating. Polyglycoat is a sound shield. Available at new car dealers only. Now back to Wink.
Okay, Paul, now the opportunity comes to try to beat the dragon. And if you can do that, you will add considerably to your prize list. Come on over and let's join me. Welcome. For the second time here, right? All right, on this board, you see 9 different numbers. Right. And, of course, the object is to get $1,000 or more without finding that dragon, the guy you see over there in the center box. Now, the prizes are going to be prizes that you would not ordinarily just go out and buy for yourself. You understand what I mean?
Right.
You know, you wouldn't indulge yourself in these goodies, and Jay Stewart's going to tell us what they are right now. Listen.
Okay, first, Paul, we're going to indulge you in diamonds with a sparkling diamond watch. Diamond Enchantment. 14-karat gold Benris ladies watch. 24 radiant diamonds. 14-karat gold Italian mesh bracelet. 70-jewel movement. Furnished by Benris Watch Company Incorporated. And we'll bring extravagance to your dining table with this exquisite silver buffet service. From the Michael C. Pina collection, this elegant silver plate buffet service. 5 magnificent pieces to make you the most envied host. Furnished by the Michael C. Pina Company. And next, we'll bring extravagance to your bath area and indulge you with these elegant gold faucets. From Kohler's collection of elegant faucets, Bravura in satin chromium finish or polished 24-karat gold electroplate. Kohler faucets reflect the tradition of quality and craftsmanship. And finally, Paul, you'll be richly indulged on your extravagant trip to Paris and the French Riviera. Yes, you'll visit the Arc de Triomphe, the Eiffel Tower, and the Louvre Museum. And then you'll spend time on the French Riviera, France's international playground. You'll have 14 fabulous days furnished by Club Interworld. And Paul, this extravagant package is worth, in cash and prizes, over $3,650.
Now, that's not something you'd go out and buy for yourself, is it? Huh?
No.
It's not something you do every day.
Oh, my goodness.
All right, good luck. Now, of course, stay away from the dragon. Get the tick and the tack, by the way. You automatically get the dough. Let's cover everything up on the board, move them all around, and say goodbye to everything, but find anything except that dragon, and you win. Go.
Okay, let's go for number 1.
Okay, number 1, top of the board, left-hand corner. What do we have behind number 1, Paul? It's something good. It's $100. You need 900 more. Who do you have out in the audience?
My wife is out there. Terry.
Terry? What do you say, Terry?
Number 5.
He likes the looks of number 5, so let's look behind number 5 and see if we can add maybe $500 to that. 250. We'll take it. 350. You want to take that and stop, knowing the next call could be the Dragon?
Number 3.
Terry in the aqua. All right. Number 3 is the one Terry likes. He agrees. And looking behind number 3, we find what? Paul, here it comes. $300. 3 for 300. Let's go back to Terry now. You got a nice tidy sum up there.
950. That was just 9.
Number 9. All right. This could give it to you. Trip to Paris and the Louvre and all of those wonderful prizes. Is this it? Tack. Add it to Tick and you got to win or get what you need to make that 1,000 or more. What do you think?
Number 4.
Jerry says 4. All right, let's look at number 4. You got 650. Do you have enough? Yes, you win. She looks like she's pleased too.
She is really pleased. I can't believe it.
Never has anybody won so much in such a small period of time, huh?
This is great.
Have you ever won anything before?
No, I never have.
This is it.
I take that back. I won a basket of fruit when I was 6 years old.
Which excites you the most, this or the basket of fruit?
I think this does by a little
It's a silly question, isn't it, as a matter of fact? Let's look at the rest of the board, by the way. 2, 6, 7, and 8 gave us the Dragon. There it was. It would have been behind number 6. You stayed away. Terry's delighted. Paul, you're delighted.
I'm delighted.
And all of these prizes and the cash you just won here on the board, coupled with what you've already won, takes your grand total now in cash and merchandise, including that fantastic trip, $9,350. Hey, congratulations to you. Let's meet a new opponent and get a new game underway. All right, Paul, here we go. Jay Stewart, who's next to take him on in a match?
Coming up now, Wink is an elementary school teacher who's also been a cement worker, a furniture mover, and a clerk. Meet Mike Connor.
Hello, Mike Connor.
Hello there. How you doing?
Welcome to our show. My name's Wink, by the way, and just call me by my first
Thanks
name.
for letting me know.
How do you enjoy teaching elementary school, the youngsters, the little guys?
I thoroughly enjoy it. It's an age you can really reach the kids, and I find it a real challenge to be able to maintain their interest level.
How do you do that, Mike? How do you keep their attention?
Well, I'm noted for acting a little zany at times, and I basically do it by injecting a sense of humor into the classroom.
Sounds like you're a guy who enjoys your work.
I love it. I could make a lot more money doing other things, but there's nothing else I'd rather do. I love teaching.
You know what you can do? You can make a lot of money on Tic Tac Dough in a hurry. You can talk to Paul about that. Don't talk to him right now, but maybe later, Mike. Take a look at the board. Here are the categories. Mike and Paul. The subjects for the game are women in film, famous firsts, foreign authors, famous sites, fads and follies, royalty, the 40s, mixed drinks, and look down there, secret category. That could be any category at all, and if you answer the question correctly, the pot will double. So there they are, all ready for you to select from. Paul, as our champion, you go first.
Okay, let's start with women in film.
Women in film, top left corner. Paul, your question is this. She was born in Rome, Italy, grew up in squalid surroundings, became a photo model at 15, and won an Oscar for her role in Two Women in 1961. Name her.
Sophia Loren.
You got it. That's good for an X on the board. Let's shuffle the categories around. $200 into the pot automatically. And Mike, it's your turn.
I think I'll go with royalty in the center box.
All right, that's worth $300 to the pot. Of course, Mike, as you know, a little harder. During the 19th century, Europe was ruled by powerful dynasties. Now, I'll describe two of these dynasties, and you name the European countries which they ruled, Mike. First, name the European country which was ruled by the House of Hanover until 1901. 2, name the European country which was ruled by the imperial family of Romanov until 1917. Here's your extra time, Michael. Mike, name the European country which was ruled by the House of Hanover until 1901.
Would that be the Austro-Hungarian Empire?
No, Great Britain. England or Great Britain. And the European country which was ruled by the imperial family of Romanov until 1917 would, of course, be the USSR, Russia. Let's move the categories around again. Still $200 in the pot because Mike failed to drop $300 in that pot with that answer. Paul?
Let's try foreign authors.
Okay, foreign authors. Here's your question. During the 1800s, Paul, 3 English sisters named Charlotte, Emily, and Anne produced such classic novels as Wuthering Heights, Agnes Grey, and Jane Eyre. What was their family name?
Bronte.
Right, the Brontes. So an X goes there. Another 200 in the pot. We move the categories again. As we shuffle, we move back to Mike.
Oh, I'm in trouble. I really don't have much choice. I'll go with royalty for a block.
Going for a block on royalty, Mike. Answer this, you'll block Paul. Prior to his marriage to Princess Elizabeth in 1947, this former Prince of Greece was given the title Duke of Edinburgh by King George. To block Paul, name him. Prince Philip. Or Philip Mountbatten. Prince Philip. Again, let's shuffle the categories around. Still $400 in the pot, Paul.
Let's go for the 40s to win.
All right, if you answer the question correctly on the 40s, you will again pick up, as you did in the last game, $600. Added to your prior winnings, you would then have $9,950. Paul, the 40s is the subject. This is the question. In May of 1945, the fascist dictator known as Il Duce was assassinated as he tried to escape from his native Italy. For a total of $9,950, name him.
Tito, no, I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry. It was Benito Mussolini.
Mussolini.
Il Duce, Mussolini.
Ah!
So Mike has been
Mussolini.
saved by that former fascist leader. Let's move the categories around. $400 in the pot. Mike, back to you again. Got another shot at him.
Well, at least I don't have royalty this time. Let's go with famous sights for a block.
All right, better luck with famous sights for a block. First, take a look at this picture, Mike. These magnificent memorials typify the grandeur of this American city. For a block, name the city.
Washington, D.C.
You got it. For a block, Washington, D.C. So we put an O there, another $200 in the pot, and we'll continue the game between Paul and Mike right after this break.
There is no cure for diabetes.
Cuts as there are letters of the alphabet.
Thank you, Jay Stewart. Now, once again, in the pot, as we bring everything up to date, $600 in cash. And let's move the categories all around and get back to Paul. Paul, he blocked you with that last one. Had 2 tries at it, and you did it the second time around. What do you see that you like?
Let's go for famous sights down in the corner.
Okay, bottom right-hand corner of the board, famous sights. Paul, take a look at this picture, please. Many government buildings and churches are located in the very center of Moscow and are adjacent to this very famous Russian square. Name this square.
Red Square.
Right. Very good. Another X goes up on the board. Famous sights, good for an X. $800 in the pot. Let's move the categories around and move back to Mike again. Mike Connor trying to pull off a win.
Very familiar position of having to block again. I'll go to the bottom center with famous sights.
Famous sights it is. All right. Answer this, and again, Paul, you'll block, or Mike, you'll block Paul. Take a look at this picture. I want you to give me the name of the house in which this famous room is located. To block Paul, Mike.
I would say that's the White House.
Right. It's the green room of the White House, and that's good for a block. So again, we put an O there. And on the board now, 4 boxes left, $1,000 in the pot. Let's move the categories around, Paul. You select from royalty, famous firsts, mixed drinks, and foreign authors.
Well, I've got to go with mixed drinks.
Why?
Want to win.
Right, for a diagonal win. Answer this. It's worth $300 to the pot, Paul. Again, a little harder. A grasshopper contains 2 cream liqueurs. For Tic Tac Dough, I want you to name them. And here is your extra time for $10,650. Paul, you're going for $10,650 total in cash and merchandise. A grasshopper contains 2 cream liqueurs. I want you to name them.
Cream de menthe.
Right?
Cream de cacao.
Yes, that's right. Cream de cacao or cream de cocoa. They mean the same thing. Cream de mint, too. So, Paul, congratulations to you. Doctor is not necessarily one who is prone to knowing all of those particular goodies.
I don't know anything about drinks.
You've read about them, Paul, in your schooling. Congratulations. That's worth some money, $1,300. Grand total now, you're over the 10 mark, $10,650 in cash and merchandise. Congratulations, Doc. Mike Connor, listen, you had a second shot at him at least twice there, and it could have fallen to you that you could have won the game, but it just didn't happen that way. Well, we do have a couple of very nice prizes for you, Mike. Our thanks to you, and continue your schoolwork.
Thank you.
Keep up your schoolwork, Mike. We'll be right back right after these words.
Call 1-800-781-1046 or go online today.
$10,650 in cash and merchandise, yours, sir. That deserves an applause. Thank you.
Need a great gift for Mother's Day but don't have enough dough? Then tune in to Bingo America and play along with the show. To celebrate Mom, Bingo America is doubling the cash this Monday through Friday. Download your card for free at gsn.com and you could win $100.
It's that simple.
Get Mom some flowers or even take her to dinner. With double the cash, you could come up a winner.
Excellent.
Watch and play Bingo America tonight at 7, 6 Central and 11, 10 Central only on GSN. Whether you're a mommy or a mammy or a grandma they call Grammy, this Mother's Day, make it a whammy.
Can you hear me now?
Watch the Press Your Luck Mother's Day Whammy-thon. 7 straight hours of free spins and big wins.
It's like a family reunion.
Hosted by every mother's favorite son, Todd Newton.
We'll be waiting for you.
Watch the Press Your Luck Mother's Day Whammy-thon. Sunday morning starting at 9, 8 Central only on GSN.
Let's play Russian roulette.
That's not good.
See ya.
Drop in. Russian Roulette is back. Tonight at 6 and 10 only on GSN.